Okay, hello and welcome to Pitch Perfect, live from Geneva Stadium. Wow, I hope this is going to work. Bear with us. It's a first. We are pretty much we're out and about.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I feel like we had this vision. We said if England get to the semi-finals and they're in Geneva, this has to happen.
This has to happen.
Fingers crossed it all goes smoothly.
So here we are. Yeah, bear with. If it doesn't, we've got someone on technical support and we'll do our best. But hopefully it all goes to plan. Well, yes, of course, it is match day here in Geneva. England are facing Italy tonight, right here, in about how many hours? 12 hours? 11 hours. In 11 hours' time, we'll be back here. Oh, wow. It's amazing to be here in Geneva. The sun is out. We are so excited, as you can probably tell from the shirts. So how are you feeling? New city, Jamie?
New city. We're in Geneva. I'm so excited. I feel like we said, if England top the group, they might end up in Zurich. But, all of us kind of wanted to end up in Geneva. I'm so excited. The sun's shining. I feel like it's going to be a great day.
It's going to be a great day. We're going to go see a bit of Geneva later on. We had matchday -1 yesterday. We heard from Serena Wiegmann and Georgia Stanway. We'll be bringing you clips from that throughout the show. It's all available, as always, on Haters TV YouTube channel in full. Oh, the quiz is going, always. We don't stop. Might be on the road, but the quiz continues. So scan that QR code, click the link in the description. It's there. Go and test your Euros knowledge. We want to see how you're doing on that leaderboard. There is a poll going. Who is going to win tonight's semi-final? There was no other question to ask today,
exactly
really, was there? There's two answers, England or Italy, but there's only one right answer, okay? We are going to jump in to all things football now, and starting with the biggest topic of yesterday's matchday -1 press conference. Now, unfortunately, this was taken up by the racist abuse that Jess Carter had encountered earlier in the week. There was very sad news that came from the England camp that she had been dealing with that. She took a step away from social media as a result. And Lucy Bronze was asked about it a couple of days ago. The Lionesses have all firmly stood with Jess. And we also spoke to Serena about it and Georgia about it in yesterday's press conference. They spoke really well about it. Here's a little clip of what they said.
It's ridiculous, it's disgusting what's happening, and that goes beyond football. So we had to pay attention to that and support Jess. Of course, she's not the only one who gets this abuse or this racism, and that's why she wanted to address it, and she's fully supported by the team and by us and by myself.
Yeah, like Serena said then, I think if anything it's probably brought us together as a team. There's some things that we will never be able to understand, and that's one of those. And yeah, we need to cut it out of society, we need to cut it out of football. And of course, we don't know the steps that it takes in order for that to happen, but right now all we can do is show our support, our togetherness, and we can be united in what we want to make sure is right.
Yes, really heartbreaking news, really not something we want to be talking about, but really, really important that we do talk about it, that it is brought to the surface in these press conferences, and really good to hear the whole England team and Serena Wiegmann really taking a stand and getting behind Jess. And it's so unacceptable, and it's such a shame that such an incredible tournament, there's such a shadow cast on it as a result of it.
Yeah, it's absolutely awful. It's heartbreaking, especially just in terms of the fact that football's a global game, right? We all love it. It's the global language that we all speak. Everyone plays it, everyone watches it, and we all connect over it. So it's awful. And those people aren't football fans. They're not people that deserve to be watching these Lionesses or anyone at the Euros or football in general. And I think Lucy Bronze, Serena Wiegmann hit the nail on the head. It's not just football, it's society, and something must be done.
Yeah, definitely. Georgia Stanway said that really nicely yesterday. They are not fans. The people who support us, they are the real fans. So yeah, we stand with Jess, sending our love and support to Jess and the whole of the Lionesses team. We're all with you, and we'll continue to be. So yes. Well, on to the football, because there's a huge semi-final tonight, and I'm a bit nervous. The nerves are settling in now that we're actually outside the stadium. We were here yesterday for matchday -1, just in a press conference room a little bit down there. Yeah, it was really settling in. You saw the Italian media turn up in their forces, and it's a really exciting clash. I've not seen England Italy in a competitive game like for as long as I can remember, really.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I think it was Michael Cox at The Athletic wrote an article this morning that basically said this is a football fixture for the ages because it finally shakes up what women's football's used to, right? We're used to seeing Sweden and Spain and the Netherlands and France and every team like that, the big hitters in Europe in semi-finals. And the Italian men's team have historically been so successful, especially at the Euros. So it's an exciting fixture because it's something that women's football hasn't had the chance to see yet. And it's a big footballing nation coming up against an even bigger footballing nation. So yeah, I think it's going to be the test of the fans. It's going to be cinematic. I'm very, very excited.
Oh, it's going to be a noisy one. It's definitely going to be a noisy one, that's for sure. England fans know how to make noise. Italian fans know how to make noise. It was funny, we were deciding where to go for dinner last night. And I said to Jamie, I was like, do you know what? I actually think I fancy pasta, but I can't. It's sacrilege. So we didn't. We went for Thai food instead. A solidarity to England. I mean, true solidarity would have been fish and chips.
Yeah, there was none of those.
There was none of that. We didn't go for the Italian option though. So I said to Jamie, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I'd had pasta the night before and we lost. So it's a no from me.
Yeah, I respect it. Game is game. I respect it.
You've got to do everything right. Got to do everything. Control the controllables.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Oh, amazing. Well, some exciting matchups on the pitch we're going to see later today. So that's sorry, someone was just about to walk in front. So, guarding our set. Really exciting matchups today that are going to be on the pitch. What are a few of those that you want to pick out?
Yeah, there's a few. I think obviously there's news that Leah Williamson is probably fit for selection. We saw her training yesterday at matchday -1. So I'm really looking forward to the fact that if Leah Williamson is on the pitch, her and Christiana Girelli coming head to head, a very physical striker versus a very smart and savvy centre back. I think that will make for a really, really interesting matchup. I think also Sofia Cantore versus whoever plays on the left. That must be Alex Greenwood, I think, at left back. So that's going to be another one of pace first technicality. So I think there's a lot of tasty matchups in this fixture and a lot of Italian players that I think the Euros and women's football fans are getting to know. And I think the Lionesses have a task on their hands. So there's a few tasty matchups I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, so exciting. And I think that's really interesting as well, because often we're playing teams where maybe the England fans know a few more of the players, and this is going to be very different, I think, for a lot of fans. We don't really necessarily see these players in the leagues that we're watching. So that's really, really exciting as well, I think, to get some more names on everyone's horizon, right? And it's tournament football where names can be made, and who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Exactly that.
Amazing. Well, the poll is continuing. I'm pleased to tell you that it's currently 86% to England. We also mentioned the day before yesterday in our previous show, the Opta stats had England as the favourites. So again, let us know in the comments, do you agree with that? England are still favourites more than Spain? More than Germany? More than Italy? Who knows? But we've spoken a little bit about it. People are probably expecting England to come out on top in this semi-final. However, it's 90 minutes of football and anything can happen. But we spoke to Serena Wiegmann yesterday about it, and she was telling us in the Matchday -1 press conference just how important it is not to be complacent. And here is what she had to say.
Yeah, I think it would be really disrespectful to Italy to think that we're the favourites. I think they made the semi-final just like we did, and that's very impressive for any team that makes the semi-final. So complacency is just the biggest mistake you could make. We've seen them all. You've seen them all, how they've played. So I don't think there's anything that we could think that we might be the favourite, but we have to be at our very, very best to win the game. Yeah, I think this is a different game. I think Sweden was very physical counter-attack. I think Italy can do that too. They are they're creative in their shapes. They can do different things. But I wouldn't really say there's one thing that we really would literally take over to the Italy game.
We've just had a van go behind us, so hopefully that's not ruining your view too much. With about 1 minute to go before the live broadcast, there was this sort of delivery lorry behind us.
Right.
I had to literally be like, can you leave, please? Anyway, the beauties of doing it outdoors, you don't know what you're going to get, so who knows. Anyway, we have the poll is still going. We've also got pizza or fish and chips as a question going, so let us know in the comments there. Got a lot of love coming in for our outside picturesque view, so thank you very much for that. I'm really pleased because, yeah, as Jamie says, this was a vision. Weren't sure how it was going to work, so here we are. Also, we've got a question: how important is Leah Williamson to the Lionesses? We touched on this the other day. I think it's probably worth talking a little bit about the defence and whether we think that there's going to be any changes to it. It's been a hot topic of conversation, the Lionesses, how they've lined up at the back. Of course, no Millie Bright this tournament. Jess Carter and Alex Greenwood have switched around between centre-back and left-back. I think there's also been an option suggested since the last game. Would Esme Morgan come in? Would Niamh Charles come in? What do you think? I mean, Serena doesn't seem to be a manager who likes mixing it up too much. Do you think she's going to stick or twist?
I think there's a few ways you can look at this game in terms of Italy's threat and how that goes against the Lionesses' defence. I don't think Serena Wigman will change her back four, and I think that is justified in many ways because the Italian forwards, especially the hold-up nines, they're very physical, right? Jess Carter is stronger than Esme Morgan in that centre-back position. She's going to do a better job at kind of docking the centre of defence alongside Leah Williamson, right? This is all assuming Leah Williamson is fit to start, and I think if she's even semi-fit, they're going to play her. So the other option is the Italians very tall and they really like to capitalise on set pieces. So do you want an Esme Morgan in there to stop the corners, to stop the high free kicks? So I think Serena Wigman has to really look at it and say either we've got to control possession and allow Italy to sit back in a block, and that way we have to worry less about it. We have to worry less about that aerial threat, but we have to worry about the counter-attack. And in that case, who do you want to play? So I think there's a couple factors that need to be considered. I think she'll go unchanged, and I think that's perfectly fine in this instance.
Yeah, I mean, the old phrase, don't fix what ain't broke.
Yeah, is it not broken though?
I don't know. Ask me tonight at midnight when we're sat in a penalty shootout. No, I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. We're not having any more penalties. My heart cannot take another penalty shootout. So
those quarterfinals we went to,
whatever happens,
they were penalty shootouts.
At least we're only staying 15 minutes down the road this time, so we can just walk home at any time. We're not worried about trains home or whatnot. So in that respect, it's all good. But for my heart, it is not. So no more penalty shootouts. Thank you. Yeah, we saw the clip there, Serena Wigman saying it's so important not to be complacent. It'd be foolish to be complacent. She was asked similar questions before the Sweden game. Do you think that just says, I guess, how big England have become, how big the Lionesses are in that almost any fixture they go into, they are going to be the favourites? And what pressure does that bring?
I think that brings a lot of pressure, right? Serena Wigman and the squad are never going to tell you that they feel the pressure or that there is pressure on them, but there is pressure. You're the title holders, you're going into a Euros. I think it brings an element of the fact that they're playing Italy and they are the favourites. They need to beat Italy. They're 13th ranked in the world. They haven't made a semi-final since 1997. England have just won the Euros, so there's a pressure on them to make the final. However, I think when we analyse the tournament, England haven't been nearly as good as they were at Euro 2022. I think the draw's been a lot more favourable as well. They were playing Spain, Sweden, they were playing Norway, these teams early on in the competition. So I think England have the pressure on them, but when you really step back and analyse it, I think in, let's say, a month's time, if the terrible happens and they get knocked out in a semi-final, we'll probably say, look, it's not that bad. This Italian team's a lot better than everyone thinks it is. I don't think they will go out tonight, but there's pressure on them to make the final. I think immediate reaction, there is pressure. You've got the squad on paper that's better than Italy. It's better than Germany right now. So they need to make the final, but I also think there's factors that we need to consider.
Look, their journey in this competition has been far from easy, right? And I actually asked Georgia Stanway yesterday in the press conference, because for those of you who don't know, Georgia Stanway loves tattoos. She tattoos herself, she tattoos her mates, she's got like lots of doodles all over herself. I said to her, if you were to get a tattoo right here, right now, to sum up your experience in Switzerland to get to the semi-finals, what would it be? Literally no thinking, no additional words. She just went roller coaster. And I was like, yeah. And everyone went, yeah, fair enough. It absolutely has been a roller coaster for them, for the fans, for everyone watching. But I don't know. I always leave a roller coaster feeling quite good. So just saying, I feel like, I don't know, with all those moments that you have in competitions when you like look back and you go, wow, that was like the moment. Like we should have been knocked out in that Sweden game. We should have. And we didn't get knocked out. We should have been knocked out about 5 times, 6 times. And we just didn't. And I think that's like testament to the character, to the mentality. And because of that, I just feel like who knows how far this England team can go.
I also think, like, not to jinx anything early, but we've seen a lot of fairy tales happen in football. And I'm not saying I believe in fate or anything like that, but you look at Euro 2022, this team was unstoppable, but there were a lot of great things that happened to kind of help them along the way. Alexandra Popp, unfortunately, not being able to play the final. When you're winning a penalty shootout, which Sweden have basically bottled 4 shots, it almost feels like every other team's like, nothing's going to stop them. Like, nothing's going to stop them. So I think they've got that on their side. They've got the fact that they think we can literally beat any adversity in this competition and still get through it. Because at the end of the day, if you're lifting the trophy, not one English person is going to care how you did it.
Exactly. I wonder if they've got over that, by the way. Because, in the mixed zone, when Ella Toon was like, I still feel sick. I hope she's overcome her nausea in time for tonight. We do have some comments coming in. I'm do my best to get to as many of them as possible in our new setup. Helen Jerome, hi Helen, thanks for watching. Maybe with someone as dominant in the air as Girelli, the Lionesses need a taller centre-back like Morgan. I think we were discussing this yesterday as well. Esme Morgan's height could be a factor, but then you're sort of comparing that with Jess Carter's physicality. So two sides to that coin.
They need a Millie Bright, honestly.
Need a Millie Bright.
I really respect like Esme Morgan's height, but I don't think height matters in the air if you're going to get out-muscled physically before the jump even happens. So I would really go unchanged.
Yeah. And Greg Darby says England will win and go on to retain the title. Yes, Greg, I'm with you. Love to hear the fans still being confident. It's semi-final day. You've got to be confident. You really have got to be. And talking of fans, we have met some amazing fans out here in Switzerland from all nations. The Lionesses fans have come in their numbers, as they always do, and it is not going unnoticed. Georgia Stanway commented yesterday in the Matchday -1 press conference about just how much the fans mean to her and the team. Here's what she had to say.
Yeah, we know that they'll turn up. We have no doubt about that. We love football as a nation, and the Lionesses fans never let us down in the stadiums. And hopefully we can get the majority in the stadium tomorrow. I think it'll be really nice because it's a closer stadium. The last few games we've had the running track around. I think it'll be quite nice because it'll be quite intense, and hopefully there'll be a lot of noise.
Yes. The fans, they've been amazing. Every player will say the fans are incredible, but it really, really does make a difference. I think we felt it of course, in the England game, where, by the way, the Sweden fans were so loud. And actually, I said to you that England fans need to be louder. But after that first goal went in, we were loud. And that then revs them on to go and get another goal. Like you really feel it. So I can only imagine how the players feel it. And in the Germany game we went to, that's quarter-final, the Germany-France game, it felt like a home game for Germany. It really did in that Basel stadium. The Germany fans have been coming out in their numbers throughout this competition. And I think like they were so instrumental in that win the other day. The way they were chanting Ann-Katrin Berger's name throughout the whole thing before she'd even done her heroics. I mean, that must have egged her on to be the hero because of the amount they were cheering her on. But really nice to hear from Georgia there just how much the fans mean to her. And something else you mentioned there, the stadium. We have spent a lot of time in that Zurich stadium watching the Lionesses. We've now got a lovely new stadium to come to. And she mentioned the racetrack. For those of you who don't know, in the Zurich stadium, there's this racetrack around it. So it just immediately feels like you're a bit further away from the players. We've not seen the inside of this one yet, but there is no racetrack. How are you feeling about that?
Very excited. That makes world of a difference. I think at the Letzigrund, even when you compare it to the Sweden fans that were at the Letzigrund, they came in numbers. They were going loud the entire time, but still the noise was dulled because of the track. So a big kudos to Zurich for putting up the facilities. It's still a fantastic stadium, but this is going to make the difference today. I'm very excited to see how it is because once the Lionesses fans get going, they can be so loud. I do worry a bit. There's 10,000 travelling Italy fans in Switzerland right now, and it's a little bit easier for them because they can basically just drive over the Alps. However, it's going to be a cauldron, but I think those Lionesses fans, even if they're outnumbered, they can be louder, so it makes a difference. Georgia knows it makes a difference. I've just loved being at Euro 2025 and seeing all the fans, the Dutch fans, the French fans, the Spanish fans. It's been incredible.
It really has. It really, really has. Well, talking of stadiums, we've been to a few stadiums now. So we've done Zurich many times. We've done Basel multiple times. We've done Bern, the Wankdorf Stadium in Bern. I've done the Lucerne Stadium.
St. Gallen.
St. Gallen we've both done.
And now Geneva.
And now tonight we're doing Geneva. So tonight's going to be number 6. The only 2 we've not been able to go to are Thun and Sion, which are apparently beautiful. So a bit gutted we didn't get to make it there. But, Jamie, have you got a favourite from those 6? Oh, you've been to 5?
Yeah.
Have you got a fave?
I'm going to say the Bern Stadium.
Yeah.
I really, really like the Bern Stadium. I feel like it's a proper football stadium. The capacity is like just shy of 30k, so it's not the biggest one. Obviously, St. Jakob Park in Basel is the biggest one, but I like how it's structured. I think it makes the fans so close to the pitch. The atmosphere was great. Obviously, Young Boys are a really big club, so they need to have a great stadium. So I like the atmosphere in the Bern Stadium.
Nice. Well, I'm actually going to go for one that you didn't go to, which was the Lucerne Stadium. And I mean, Lucerne is a beautiful, beautiful place. You did go and check it out. It's lovely. Highly recommend going there if you're ever in Switzerland. Really, really lovely, beautiful. And the stadium itself was so small. And there is a beauty of a small stadium like that. And it was Sweden-Poland, both teams who brought fans in numbers. Of course, Sweden always bring the noise. And Poland, their first tournament, they were sort of pretty much already out, but they were still going to bring the noise, and they really did. And I think that in that small stadium was just really special. Mm-hmm. And it was a beautiful sunset that night as well, which always helps. But but shout out to Switzerland in general. All the stadiums, the facilities have been brilliant, really, really good. And cannot wait to get inside there later.
Very excited.
So excited. It's it's a big one to tick off. So really looking forward to that. And shout out to Switzerland for hosting an amazing Euros.
Yeah, shout out to Switzerland. They've been incredible, honestly.
Been incredible, yeah. And there's a lot of Swiss people who are like, I was just sitting here before and the Swiss family walked past. They were like, come on, the Lionesses. And I was like, yes. So Lionesses have definitely spread to Switzerland, and the love is here for sure. Well, Jamie, we might be on the road, but we've just about remembered the tops cards. We won't tell you. Well, we will tell you. We forgot. We ran back. We got them. Don't worry. We couldn't do a show without opening a pack of tops cards. Just a quick update on the poll actually before we do. We've got 91% of you think England are going to win tonight. That's what we want to hear.
That's an overwhelming majority, isn't it?
Overwhelming majority.
That's as big as it's been.
That's as big as it's been, yeah. Let's go.
The faith is there.
Let's get it to 100%. Oh, no, you can't. Let's get it to 99%. Keep voting. Amazing. Well, we have got our tops cards. So, you go first, Jamie.
Okay, I'll take this
one. Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm looking for some big ones.
We're looking for some Lionesses.
Okay, I've got Fionn Morgan.
Okay,
I do think
Wales is
Fionn
Morgan. We've got her.
I've got Norway's Matilda Harvikin. I've got Belgium's Marie de Troyer.
Nice.
I've got Netherlands' Viviane Miedema. That's a
great player.
We've got her, don't we?
I think we might.
So that's a massive swap. Gotswaps.club. Please go grab that. We've got Patry from Spain. That's a baller. Rosa Kafaju, who's not at the tournament from Sweden, but not a bad pat. There's some good swaps for everyone. So Gotswaps.club. Please come and take our stickers. We need some. You need some. It's going to be a great outing.
We've got Poland's Margaretza Meschaz.
Nice.
We've got Linda Salstrom from Finland. We've got Ariana Caruso from Italy. But don't worry. Closely followed by Alessia Ruta. I've got to show this to the camera.
Go on. You're getting a nice close up there. I'll do the voice for her. That's Alessia Russo. In case you didn't know.
Hopefully that went into focus. But anyway, hopefully. So Ariana, I'm really pleased about that because
that sounds like a bad omen.
I was like, Italy, but don't worry, we've got Alessia after, and then we've got Helene Eriksdottir from Iceland, and speaking of Jamie's favourite stadium, the Bern Stadium, which we do not have. So
what a day!
It's a good pack. We've got some swaps in there. We've got some new ones in there. And most importantly, we've got Alessia Russo in there.
That's a very good pack. That definitely sets the tone for a very, very exciting semi-final.
Alessia Russo hat-trick.
Alessia
Just
Russo, though,
saying.
is Italian. So is it a good omen or is it a bad omen?
What shirt is she wearing?
Look.
The right one.
I'll hold my reservations. Well, that's a good one. Happy with that.
Yeah, it is actually a really exciting fixture for Alessia Russo, it must be, with her Italian heritage. So, yeah, shout out to Alessia.
Shout out Alessia. The Alessia Russo derby at Euro 2025.
Exactly. Amazing. Oh, wow.
What a day.
What a day. What a wild ride this has been. I just want to see how the poll... Oh, we've got some more comments coming in. Wolfren says, cheers, hosts. New to the channel, but appreciate your love for the Lionesses. Go on, the Nesses! Oh, thank you, Wolfren, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Yeah, well, we do this show daily until the end of the Euros, which is not long to go now. So if you're enjoying the show, make sure you tune in every day until Monday.
Yeah.
Well, that just about wraps things up, I think. Yeah, we've covered all things. I want to ask you finally, though, what are you expecting tonight? Give me a call. Give me a prediction.
I think it's going to be a very, very close game. KG defenders. I think both defences are going to hold back really, really tightly, drop back deeply. I do think there's going to be a lot of counter-attacking football, which both teams can benefit from. I'm going to go 1-0 England. I think it's going to be very close.
1-0 England. Okay, I think we're going to score more goals than that. I think our ability is our goal scoring. I think it's going to be a 3-1.
Okay.
3-1 England.
You love a 3-1.
I do actually, yeah.
You love a 3-1.
It's not happened, but I'll continue. I'll continue going for it. No, I want to see, like, England's. I don't know. Our strength is our attack, and I feel like that it took too long. Oh, sorry. Do you mind just? Thank you. Thank you.
The Lionesses 12th man, right?
Yeah, right there. Although that's Italian kit.
Yeah, good.
No. Okay. Sorry. I lost my train of thought. Okay, I was saying England's strength is in their attack, and I feel like we have been waiting too long to let that loose in a couple of the games, namely the most recent game. And I think if we just get off the mark, firing an early goal will just do us the world of good, because it's a confidence game. Like, we have the ability to score those goals. So I just think, go and do it. Go and get it.
Would you make a change in the attacking lineup?
I was having this conversation yesterday. It's tricky because ultimately in Serena we trust. Crucially, that's point number one. But secondly, I think it's so easy to say, like, oh, Chloe Kelly, like, start her, or Michelle Adjman, start her. But they are so good coming off the bench. So I actually don't think they would be as impactful. It would be as impactful for them to be starting. The only thing I would maybe do is make the changes slightly sooner if it's not going to plan. So the other day, I think it was the late 60th minute.
I think, later.
Closer to the 70th minute when the changes came in. And yeah, I felt sitting on the side, it just felt like they needed something a bit sooner than that. So that's the only thing I would maybe do, is bring them on sooner, but I wouldn't start with them.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm backing you.
And a word on, that, like, who has been the attacker that has impressed you the most from the England lineup so far?
Chloe Kelly and Michelle Adjman. Those super subs have genuinely been England's lifeline up front. I feel bad for Alessia Russo in a lot of the games. She's been left on a bit of an island when England can't control the tempo and the possession. So I feel for her. I don't think Lauren Hemp's been her brightest at this tournament. She still needs to prove herself. Lauren James is Lauren James, right? But since moving on to the right wing, she has her bright moments. She has her more quiet moments. I just think Chloe Kelly and Michelle Adjman are the reason that they're in the semi-final.
Oh, couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, Chloe Kelly and Michelle Adjman have definitely been the standouts. And I think it's really nice. They all acknowledge that. Georgia Stanway said yesterday, look, it was Tooney and Russo who were our super subs in the last tournament. We always need super subs. That is England's strength. Oh, thank you. That is England's strength, is the super subs. And yeah, the strength and depth of the England team is definitely the strength. So use it.
Yeah.
And and we're going to win tonight. Let's go. No, look, it's going to be a really close game. I really don't think England are going to run away with it in the way that some people might think they are. However, I have confidence in my team, and yeah, we can do it and bring on the final. I'm so excited. I'm just a combination of excitement, nerves, all of the above. But it should be an incredible game. Oh, well, that does just about wrap things up for us. We've got a prediction. Oh, some predictions coming in. Oh, Pinky says whoever wins will determine my dinner. Okay, good to know. What would the options be? What, pizza or fish and chips? Can you get fish and chips in South Africa, Pinky?
Pizza and a Yorkshire pudding, maybe, Pinky.
Anyway, let us know. We've got Greg Darby's prediction of 4-1 England, and Helen's prediction is 2-1 England. So mine's just between both of yours. Love that, though. Hope it is a goal fest. I want to see goals, namely from the people with the England shirts on. But bring it on. Bring it on. It's going to be amazing. Hope you're going to be watching. I'm sure you're going to be watching, actually. Really hope you enjoy it. We're going to enjoy it. Thank you, as ever, for joining us for today's Pitch Perfect. Yeah, today's been an exciting one, actually, doing it outside here. Maybe we can try this again, seeing as it sounds like it's been working. So really pleased about that. Thank you for joining us. We will see you same time tomorrow. No, sorry, tomorrow. Stay posted on our social media and we will update you on the timings, because we might do it here or we might do it when we get back to Zurich, just depending on how the game goes. So stay tuned on our social media. We will keep you posted. You won't miss it. Yeah, we'll let you know. Thank you so much for watching. And see you tomorrow. Bye. Enjoy the game.